What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Goods, XY, Big Z. Back in the building, man. Listen, man. We talking about DJ Akademiks.
A fucking again?
Oh my God. DJ Akademiks has basically reacted to the fact that Drake is doing his interview with Bobby Athloff. Now, if you haven't heard, yes, Drake is doing this interview with Bobby Athloff. This will be probably maybe the first time Drake sat down for an actual interview, if you don't count the streaming bullshit he been doing. Obviously, Drake is trying to capture the hearts and minds of anybody who's not black. People are not really fucking with it. Anybody who's not of the culture, anybody who's not in the hip-hop world, Drake is not trying to fuck with you right now because Drake doesn't care. Drake knows his audience, and Bobby Athloff's audience, Aiden Ross's audience, those kind of people are the people he wants to capture. Now, DJ Akademiks spoke about Drake and his interview with Bobby Athloff. So let's see what you got to say.
Welcome to...
The fuck? This nigga just moaned after he heard Drake's voice? What the fuck?
What the hell?
This is ooh.
What the hell is even that?
Okay.
a much more refined, poised, and pleasant podcast.
Pleasant? I don't know about that.
I know.
I think that was just a word
I'm
you...
trying to get you brand deals.
Oh, so you want me to be more pleasant?
No, I'm just saying.
That's not what I need to do.
trying to pitch a much more scenic, serene, and solidarity.
What are you getting at?
Welcome to a much more scenic and serene and serious. It's not gonna be serious though.
Is it not? I think it is.
Welcome to a much more scenic, serene, sexy.
No. Try it again. Run it back.
I liked it.
I don't like that one.
Welcome to a much more scenic, serene, equally sickening.
Okay, maybe I should just do it.
Okay, go.
Okay. Welcome to...
Laugh, bro. Don't force that laugh, bro. You know this shit corny. Even you, of all people, know this shit, ain't it?
the first episode of my new podcast that no one asked for.
Not this again.
Okay.
I think Ak gonna try to laugh through the pain, bro. I think he gonna try to laugh through the pain on this one, because it's gotta hurt.
I would never like it.
All that glazing you've been doing, you've been glazing since this shit started.
Because my top 5 is Drake. First thing the boy says to me, he says, "Yo, who's your GOAT? Who's your GOAT?"
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
And you have kind of slowed it down a bit, but this one, you gotta feel this one, dog. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Something about this one just ain't right.
Bunch of thoughts here. There's a loud echo and a loud noise saying, "Yo, Drake, my brother, I think you're not reading the room here. You just went through one of the most horrifying rap battles of life, and the entire premise was trying to show or trying to say you're not someone of the culture, and you keep doing content with people who seemingly are not within hip-hop, okay?"
Yeah, that's fact. I can agree with that. I think everybody's saying that. I think that's very, very clear.
And I completely understand that. And by the way, I do kind of look at Drake like, bad timing again. Now, honestly, I think this is a great business move. I just think it's bad timing. It's no way he doesn't own a part of this podcast or the company that owns this podcast or is giving this woman an opportunity. With all due respect, Bobby Athloff is not a talented person.
I'm not gonna lie, I agree, man. You gotta agree with that. I mean, I don't think she is, but obviously I ain't knocking her hustle. If it's working for her, whatever way it's working, then it is what it is. Obviously they got some history. They had an issue before, but I guess they good now. I don't know, man. I don't know what his draw is with this. Again, I keep telling y'all, Drake has an audience that he's aware of now, and he knows it's not the hip-hop audience. Like, obviously, yeah, he needs the hip-hop audience because in his mind, he makes hip-hop.
There is a lane for her to flourish, but especially within the lane that she is trying to cannibalize off of, without Drake walking her through the door. Now, not once, but twice, she is not as effective. No one really wants to sit with her. She comes across as either condescending or absent-minded. She doesn't do great interviews, but you are doing what we've accused Jay of doing, giving someone a cultural key that maybe we don't think should even be a cultural visitor.
Yeah, cultural key, I don't know if he holds a cultural key at this point. Like, I don't know about that one, man. But I could see all this shit. Ak is being critical right now of it, and, you know, rightfully so. You should be critical of this move. I think it's a dumb move. I don't think it's a smart move at all. But again, I don't got millions to just burn and waste. So whatever he does is whatever he does. That's just my opinion. I don't think it's a smart move at all. Especially with the climate and what's been going on, I think it's very blind. It's a blind move, if you ask me. I think he should be trying to get in the good graces of the culture, because I feel like it's one of those things that you think you don't need right now, and then you're going to figure it out later that you very much well needed it. And this ain't the move to get you there.
So now you've told him they can live it. Drake has to, like, and I've spoken to many people about it. They're like, yo, no, Drake must be trying to fuck her. If Drake is doing this to try to fuck this chick, he's too horny. No, it's too great. No, he's too horny. He has to own part of her podcast or the network that's publishing her podcast. Otherwise, nothing makes sense. I will stick on that.
And that further comes back to Drake and the things he's been doing. People keep questioning, like, does Drake need money? Does Drake need more income? Is there something that's dried up? Why is Drake doing these things that are so out of the norm? Like, well, not out of the norm, but why is he doing these things? So if he does have some type of ownership, or he came back with some ownership and things have changed because they know that they need him to boost this up, and he's getting a piece of this, of course he'll sacrifice himself at that point.
And I hear the rumblings of people saying, no, Drake is just avoiding hip-hop press. Like, people like, well, yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing with you, Maul, or nobody else. He's just avoiding y'all because he don't want to answer the questions.
Man, okay. All right, man. I don't think, y'all saying he don't want to answer the questions. Don't do that. Don't do that, dog. Don't do that. You know why they say he avoiding y'all, bruh. He don't fuck with y'all, man. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I could see him doing one with Maul. I could see that. But I feel like what you've done is you've done a little bit too much, dog.
She's married, but she's fired.
Talk to him, Aubrey.
Like, you've overdone the glaze, bro. Maul is like more like, I think him and Maul might be closer.
That's mine.
Y'all should definitely feel some type of way for him not seeing y'all. Like, for everything that y'all endured, all the gobbling y'all did.
Internet saying, hey, well, maybe Drake lied to you. So, you know, of course I could have just like,
I'm telling you he lied to you.
I think everybody that goes to a Kendrick show in Toronto is going there strictly to try to ruin his show.
What?
And boo him. I think so.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like,
What you about
get out, get the pen.
Say, Drake, I heard you like him young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. Mm-hmm. Fast forward, certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
Hey, there's a comma there.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Throughout this whole battle, all the heat that y'all took from all types of commentators, creators coming at y'all for y'all opinions, and he don't give y'all an interview? Do you know how big an interview would be for one of y'all? One, because they know that y'all will probably ask the questions. An interview with y'all would be an actual interview. With Bobby, what the fuck are they gonna talk about? They're gonna sit on that couch and have her do that dumb shit where she just played the sarcasm game? Nobody wants to watch that shit because there's nothing coming out of that. What information are you getting from a Bobby Athloff interview? Let's be honest here. Now, entertainment-wise, people would watch one if it was with Ak. People would watch one if it was with Maul. But he ain't doing it with y'all. And don't say it's because of the questions, bro. It's not because of the questions.
I don't think that's the case. I think he is going to do that in due time. And
This nigga battered woman, bro. Golly, man. In due time? Yeah, I think he's going to stop cheating. You know, he's just cheating right now because he hasn't grown up. In due time, he'll stop. He'll stop fucking with them hoes.
My man is your man.
Man, what the fuck? Bro, you are a side piece right now, man, and you have been. Now, I gotta give you credit, man. You have been critical at times. I gotta give you that credit. I ain't gonna act like you haven't. But the majority of the time, bro, you have been glazing. And you deserve something for the glaze. You deserve an interview, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. You deserve one. You deserve it. 100%. I ain't lying.
And I want to believe that he has business with this woman. I will say the timing is still horrible. And reading the room is still not the thing that I've said about Drake, especially post beef. He's done accurately. But I don't know if he thinks he needs to or cares to read. But once I seen this, I was just like, even if you sign her podcast, brother, you need to fully complete the arc of you dropping your solo album than doing it. Now, as far as Drake answering questions about some real shit, battle, he got to at some point. Got to. Like, you know, you've been very hip-hop your entire career. That's why you've battled. You're going to have to speak about these things, not just only on a record when convenient. And yes, I do understand that we have unrealistic expectations for Drake compared to other artists, just because, for example, Kendrick went on a whole hate-a-thon and nobody says, yo, he has to have a legit conversation about this stuff.
My God, bro. What conversation does Kendrick need to have after destroying this nigga, bro? Like, what do we need to talk about? The process of Euphoria? The process of Not Like Us? Like, what are we gonna talk about, bro? What were you thinking when you killed this nigga? Like, when a fucking guy goes on a rampage and there are victims who survived, maybe at some point they want to hear, what were you thinking? Why did you do it? But people go to hear from the victims.
You're a victim.
Tell us about that night. Tell us about what happened. How did you get away? How did you survive? What has inspired you to keep going? That's what they want to hear from Drake.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
They want to hear from the victim.
You're a victim.
Now, Kendrick, maybe he'll speak about it, but we've seen Kendrick sit and talk. Drake is the one here who is defending himself and trying to bring his shit back. That's on Drake. So this is why you need to come out and speak, bro. Everybody needs to hear from you. You're the one that's suing right now. You're literally suing right now. You don't think people want to know why? What your thoughts are behind that? This is why they want to hear from him. So we can't sit here and play that, oh, what about Kendrick? We're always doing the what about game. Fuck that. We want to hear why you suing, dog. That's what we want to hear.
The thing with Drake, he's much more forward-facing. We see him doing much more content. We see his voice and his opinion being dispersed much more than, say, a Kendrick, so we expect more from him. But I'm going to be honest with you, it's an overall gripe of the majority of artists. I'm hoping, and this is just my hope, right? So I'm going twofold. I believe this is a business move for Drake, still ill-timed, but it's a business move. He has to own part of our podcast. These
niggas in denial, bro. So now, in his mind, yeah, the only reason he ain't doing nothing for me, because he owns part of the podcast. He does. He definitely does. That's the reason why he ain't do it with us. Yeah. I believe that. Out of here, man. Listen, tell yourself all the lies you want to tell yourself, man. Tell yourself all the lies that make you feel good about the fact that he didn't come to see you, because I'm going to stand by it. You deserve it. The dedication to Glaze, you deserve that shit, bro.
Glaze you net. It's just no way that a woman that has been dejected from black culture and from urban culture and basically was starting to experience the effects of falling off, and maybe like they wanted to do a rebrand or whatever, or give her like a new like steroid shot. You're doing it twice for her, when essentially if she was as talented or she was as demanded or wanted or cared for by the community or by the hip hop sphere, she would be supported.
That's a fact. I agree with that. If she was talented, she would be supported for sure. She wouldn't need the Drake cosign. And she'd be able to bounce back and do what she's doing on her own.
For him to do it twice, he has to own part of her podcast, her entertainment, I believe. Okay? I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon of people saying that Drake won't answer questions about real shit.
No, we want you to tell us why he skipped you.
Oh my God.
Stop with the push. Tell us why he skipped you. Tell us why you haven't had an interview after all this time. Tell us why you have been on your hands and knees gobbling Drake on the internet this whole entire time and he still hasn't seen you. I would actually be happy for you, dog, if you got that, because I keep telling you, you deserve it. I'm not going to sit here and act like you don't deserve it. You put in the work, man.
That's mine.
Tell us why. Stop telling us about him not answering questions. Stop making the excuse that he's not going to these hip-hop outlets because he doesn't want to answer questions. If you don't want to answer questions, stop fucking talking. Stay in that courtroom and focus on that.
There is going to become a time, and I believe that time, again, he could think differently, but I think that time is going to be after the album's out. When that album's out, he got to talk.
Let's see.
Not exactly immediately, but it is time for you to do what you normally do.
Now, I'm not going to lie. That would probably be a smarter move, right? if he decides to talk to hip hop outlets after that album, that would be a smarter move because now you're pushing some momentum while the album is out, because you can have these conversations where you can kind of talk about what's going on. And I'm sure he'll probably have some bullshit on there where he talks about the lawsuit, maybe has a line in there about the lawsuit, but people are going to want to hear you talk about it. So the smarter move would be to talk to somebody in the hip hop space after the album, because it gives your album a little boost, because you're going to need it, dog. You're going to need everything you can get, because this is going to be one of the most important drops of his career.
These conversations we're used to, it's been a while, I guess. I believe after the album, you let the music do the talking, and then you come back around and you fill in the gap. That's how I believe, okay? So for the people who do have questions like, how do you feel about this? I feel Drake isn't reading the room properly, but I think Drake is doing business. Again, just like when people ask me about the Kick situation or why doesn't he stream with you? I don't think Drake wants to stream. I think Drake sees a lucrative dollar sign and he follows the dollar sign.
And, this is part, like I'm saying, Drake needs money? I don't know. I don't think Drake really wants to stream, but I think Drake really understands the audience. Now that doesn't change it. Like you say, he's following the dollar sign. Like Drake is going on these streams because he wants to follow the audience. Your audience is an audience for Drake. So him not coming to you makes no sense. It doesn't matter if he's following the dollar or not. The fact of the matter is you have been championing him through this entire beef that he got destroyed in.
Which one of my so-called niggas? Which one of my so-called niggas?
What are we talking about? We talking about him following the dollar sign. Drake is supposedly the artist that does so many things for people. Why wouldn't he do this for you? What mind games are we playing here? We're gonna say he doesn't want to answer questions, and now all of a sudden he's following the dollar signs, he's following the money, and this is why he's doing the streams that are about the money. No, that's your man's, right? That is your man's. You've been following and promoting and helping him throughout this entire battle, and still to this day, you are doing this. Still to this day, you throwing little jabs at Kendrick's side. You throwing all these little disses to show people that I'm Team Drake. But let alone the man won't even sit with you. Like it got to be some big lucrative deal for your guy to sit with you and have a conversation? I don't know, man. I would reevaluate that shit, dog. You in denial right now, man. But listen, that's one of the steps.
It's puzzling to me because it's making me say,
what about me?
It's not even about, are you going to do content with, say, a me or a Mealy Mall or something?
Okay, here we go.
It becomes, bro, you got to realize that hip hop and urban culture has dejected this woman.
All right, man. He not gonna say it. He not gonna admit that this makes him feel some type of way. He upset. I wish he was honest enough to say that, because there's no way you don't feel some type of way. You keep saying that it's because hip hop has dejected this woman and this and that, and Drake doesn't want to answer questions. He's following the bag. No, that's your guy. You defended him the whole entire beef, and you are still defending him to this day. To this day. So it's okay if you feel some type of way. And I wish you was a little bit more honest to say that. And just say how you feel, man. He should be doing an interview with you. Regardless of how you look at this, he should be doing an interview with you. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, man. Do y'all think that Drake should be doing an interview with Akademiks or Maul? Those likes. Do y'all think he will be doing it after the album drops? Let me know in the comment section, man. It's your boy Goods. BigZoeTV. Let's go.
Niggas ain't mad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.